Hey guys, welcome to another video, and this one is a hugely requested video, what's on my phone. So it's been a very long time that one of my platinum members and a very loyal follower and subscriber, Ishu, has been requesting this video. But I figured that in that particular week I was shifting between a lot of custom ROMs, so there was not really my kind of setup that was happening on the K20 Pro or the Pocophone F1 for that matter. In the last 1 week when I was traveling, I did get to use the Pocophone F1 as my personal device. So there are a few things that I actually keep on my phone, the apps that I use, the settings that I use, the look that I like, and all that stuff is what we're going to discuss in today's video. But before we do all of that, if you haven't already, please subscribe and hit that notification bell icon so that you get notified every time I upload a video. In the description of each and every video, you will find a link to our Telegram channel wherein you can join, chat with us, and have a lot of fun. At the same time, if you wish to support our channel, please go ahead and click the join button. Hello awesome people, welcome to Smartphone Tutorials. My name is Kailash. Let's get going.
Dynamite drop.
Alright, so first things first, this is a K20 Pro, comes with a AMOLED display. So of course, always on display is something that I really like. So we will move towards the ROM and all the other things later, but by now you would have already guessed that I'm either on a MIUI 12 based ROM or I am on MIUI 12. Now that is the thing about me, I like always on displays as much as people would say that they consume battery, and the reason I stay mostly on MIUI based ROMs is because they are, maybe they are not that, definitely they are not that smooth compared to AOSP ROMs, but they give you a level of customization which is really nice. Now first things first, if you have a look over here, we do have this Black Panther custom always on display. I've just downloaded a 2D image and kept it as a always on display. Now the reason stock ROMs are awesome, do you have the fingerprint scanner now? No, but just if I touch it, there you go, it appears. Now I know that is what you get to use a custom ROM, but that is something I like. So starting with the always on display, this is the always on display I'm using these days, and bam, there you have it. Yes, that is my home screen. I'm using the Lawn Chair version 2 launcher with a Black Panther black and white wallpaper. Of course, black is dominated in this particular setup because this is a AMOLED display and black wallpapers save you a ton of battery. Now, as I've been saying in all of my videos, that to the left, the Google feed for me is very important. This itself is with the dark mode. Now apart from that, if you have a look over here, I've changed the transition animations to 0.5x, which you can of course do by going into developer options. So coming back to the ROM, this is the latest Indian stable version, that is 12.0.3.0, and I've hidden the status bar because I like that full minimalistic look of the screen. All right, so that's the control center for you, and if we go to about phone, you do see that this is the official MIUI version. I am not using any custom ROM, at least that is what I was using for the last 1 week, because for me stability in that road trip was very important. This is a very basic icon pack that we are using. If we go to the settings option over here, as you can see, you go to about, this is Lawn Chair, that is the version. I will leave a link in the description. You can go ahead and download it, and there are a few settings that I have changed. For example, swipe up and swipe down animation, what is to be done, and all those things. To the left you have to have the Google integration. So that is how I like it. I don't like a lot of widgets. For example, I like this weather and calendar widget wherein you can have access to the calendar or the Google Now feed. I always, most of the time do use OK Google because I am, it detected. Anyways, so whenever I'm traveling on my motorbike, I do use the Bluetooth system to wake up Google and do a ton of things. So yeah, my Google Assistant is very critical, and I like reading the news feed a lot. Now moving on to the applications, you will see that I do have some trash. Now not all of it is trash, but there are some applications which are not so regular. For example, Among Us is a game that I recently saw. I've not even played it, I've just installed it. And apart from that, I have Assistant. Call of Duty Mobile is something that I play, I believe, in the stock camera application, although the Gcam port does a great job as well. And the reason you see a few extra applications over here is because we are using launcher. But apart from that, we have the usual Facebook. Gaana application is something I use to listen to music. It is for Hindi and English music. I always have Google Fit because the smartwatch, the Noise Color Fit Pro 2 smartwatch that I use syncs my data to their app, and then it syncs everything to Google Fit. So if we have a look over here, there you go. You have the Noise Fit app, which is always there on my phone. It does all my fitness tracking and stuff like that. So that is a very, very important part. And I do use a lot of Torchlight because whenever I need it, I want it to be handy. So these are the quick tiles that I use. And yes, I do use the Action Center or Control Center, whatever you want to call it. I like it the way it is. At times I do use this for screenshot. When it comes to gestures, yes, I do use full screen navigation gestures. I don't use the navigation buttons and stuff like that. Now, apart from this, talking about more applications, I do have Telegram, WhatsApp, PUBG Mobile. That is something which is very controversial. OLX is something I always have for whatever reason. Prime Video for watching online streaming content, and YouTube Studio is something that is very, very important for me because that is where I manage all your comments and all the video related stuff. But on my main screen, you will always see that I have the phone application, the messaging application, Google Chrome, WhatsApp, and camera. Now in my phone application, I do have call recording set to always on. That is something that I always use, and it is a very, very neat feature according to me. But if we dive into settings further, you will notice that I am using the dark mode, which of course goes without saying for a device like the K20 Pro. I don't use any MIUI preset theme. At times I might enable the Google boot animation just to get that feel. But apart from that, this for me works pretty well. And if we go to display over here, you will see that I have reading mode that is disabled, but dark mode and anti-flicker is always on. And I use pretty much most of the time the stock font, and the text size, if you can see, is set to small, and the DPI size from accessibility settings as well, I keep it on small. That is how I like it. Like, more content should be filled in to a larger part of the screen. That is the reason I keep it so small, and auto rotate is always on for me. And yes, as I said, I always use always on display. I do use double tap to wake, double tap to turn off, and raise to wake is something that I don't use. Now, apart from this, if you have a look, if we go to the sound settings, I don't really have a dedicated ringtone that I use. As in when the trend goes, or as in when I like a particular track, I keep using that. But apart from that, the DND mode and the silent mode is something I use on a normal basis. There is no specific change log or changes that I have made. And one thing that I'll tell you about my usage pattern across all different devices, I'm very sort of careless when it comes to preserving battery, because the kind of lifestyle that I have, apart from when I'm not at home or at work, most of the time I have access to a charger, and I do use the 27-watt charger. So you will notice that all the features are most of the time turned on, the brightness is set to automatic, and I do use always on display. So I am more of a person who believes in getting the maximum out of the features that are available on your phone. I do use Google Backup to backup and sync applications and data to move across different ROMs and stuff. You can always use Migrate, and you can always use Swift Backup as well. Now, talking about the accounts that I have signed in, these are all the accounts, all my social media, Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, everything is always signed in. I am a social media person. I do a lot of social media uploads, and I'm really thankful to this particular device and its camera, because in the last trip, I'll tell you just a thing to share. We were 6 of us, and let me give you a list of the phones that were available apart from the K20 Pro. Well, we had iPhone 7, then we had the XS Max, then we had the iPhone 11 and 11 Pro Max and the 12 Pro Max. And as much as it sounds, ridiculous, but yeah, in low light, the K20 Pro on the stock camera of 12.0.3 managed to outshine all the iPhones in low light, and all the iPhone owners were baffled. So yeah, that is the reason I like this device. Apart from the pop-up camera, the pop-up camera is something that keeps me with this particular phone. That is day by day becoming a rare feature, but I think that should be the trend. I don't like punch holes, I don't like big notches. I have the Go Noise application and the KTM MyRide application because I own a KTM Duke 390, and I use Google Photos for backing up my photos and a couple of UPI applications. In MIUI, I never use this security application. See, it's just there for the sake of it, and a couple of shopping apps. So my phone is pretty much like a normal person's phone, wherein, you know, I don't bother to customize it much, but yes, at the same time I prefer for it to look minimalistic. Now, while we are towards the end of this particular video, what I would like to share is that the video that is going to come next is Home Screen Wars, or Home Screen Setup Wars episode 1, in which I'm going to show you 2 to 3 different amazing home screens based on custom ROMs and stock ROMs and stuff like that. And this is going to be a weekly thing in which I will share an email where you can send me your setup and we will rate the best to the worst. Now, that was everything about my phone and what's in my phone. Let me know in the comment section, how did you like this video? Until the next one, this is Kailash signing off with Smartphone Tutorials. Keep smiling. Take care. Goodbye.